Hello, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to build suspension. So this suspension I will be building, or pretty similar to this suspension. It's good for just any vehicle, to be honest. You can turn, it stops you from flipping. So right now this is a drift car, and you can fully rev it. I'm revving it at 1500 RPM with 7500 torque. Usually you'll flip pretty easily with that. But yeah, okay, let's start. Get is a beam. Get two beams, and you want to map out. So press Y so you can adjust your beam. Get the beam, get everything all ready. Get a axle and make it pretty small. Make it about 4, and then go to suspension and get a 3x6 bracket, and then flip it. So it's the ball socket is facing up, and then grab this little bracket here and stick it inside of that one beam, and then grab it, make sure it's on that beam, make sure it's double thick, and then copy it, and then do it on the other side as well. But just like that. So now the 3x6 control arm is connected to the axle, and make sure you make it so it can rotate, so we can up and down, and you just do that on the other side as well. So now do that, make sure it can rotate, and just double check it's all rotating. See it both moved. Now you want to do it again, but this time you want to stick a 2 or 3 piece wood bit of plastic beam, and then you want to grab another one, grab 2 of them, and then grab another axle. You can just copy it from the axle that you already got, and then you can grab a steering arm 3-ball times 4, and then face it backwards, because these are going to be your steering arms or your brackets, and then just stick it on top. Stick it on. Stick the other control arm on top of it. So there should be a total of 2 on each side, so 4 total. And then grab that axle and make sure it's connecting back up. Grab again. Do it over here. Like do it on both sides, and then grab the beam again. Trying to make sure you can grab it in a good spot. Make sure it's all rotatable. Do it on each side. Make sure you can actually rotate. Now it should all flop. Yep, see, it should do this after you're done. So now you need to add a connector so these will not fall apart. So just add 2 on each side to make it symmetric. Give it out on another side, but this is going to be where the front is. So now after you've done that, now we're going to get another axle. So you can just copy the one that you've already placed down. Just you're going to have to move the control arm. So after you got the axle, we're going to go to the control arm, the top control arm, and make sure you place it in between the control arm. So it's going to be like in the middle of, as you can see, like right in the middle here. You're going to do it on both sides. Make sure you get it. Now, after you've done that, you're going to go back into the suspension and grab we'll grab a small piston. Small coil cover. And just plop it in there. And do that on both sides. And then grab a small cover, coil over, and I put that up top. Make sure it's 1 gap. So put it at the tip of the control arm or piston arm of the suspension, and do it on both sides. After you've done that, you want to go into connectors and get a socket and axle V, so it's facing like flat instead of a ball socket. Take it flat. You just want to make it as small as it could possibly go, which is like usually 1 block thick, and copy that over on both sides. And then you want to go back into the blocks and grab a sloped beam, and then place it here. I place it on that middle part of the beam. Make sure you make it so we can go. Oh, hang on, 1 second. I just forgot something. So don't make it connecting to the metal bar. go over by 1, and then grab a block and make it 2. So make it too thick or too long. So now you make sure that's rotated there. Make sure it can rotate. Now the suspension's basically done. Now the suspension's done. Now you want to do, so you can actually drive. After you've done that, you want to grab a CV joint. You want to flop it straight in there. And you want to do that on the other side as well. And then you want to make sure the length, what tire you want. So I'm just going to do this tire right here, which is only 3. So that pipe only has to be 4 bits long. I'm going to do it on this other side as well. And make sure it can be rotated. Like that. Now you want to go back into connectors. And you want to, again, and make it small and possible on this wall right here. And then copy it on the other side. So now it should be symmetric on both sides. Now you want to make it so it's halfway, so 5, 5, or whatever halfway is for yours. So to go over by 1, just because it's like let it connect. Now you want to go back into suspension and grab this connector right here, and then just connect these two together. So now they should be rotating. Oh, I forgot to make it so it can move. Now it will be connecting to the same RPM. So if you want to make a diff there, you can put a diff right here. You just probably have to make this bar more open, so you can get the right gear ratio in there or something like that. So now after you've done that, you want to copy the CV jointer on both sides. So it should be, nothing's connected, so it's just going to flop open. But the axle that you did earlier, you want to copy 2 of them, place one inside of that little jointer there, so now they're both connected. You do it on both sides. Now, this will move with each other, so they'll move at the exact same speed or RPM. And you get rid of that. Actually, you shouldn't have got rid of that, so just copy another one of that. Copy another one of the sockets. And now you want to put it on the ball socket right here. And you want to do that again over here on the steering arm. Now you want to go back into gears and look for any rocket gear you want. So the more obviously bigger it is, the bigger the ball socket is, the more you have turning radius. I'm just going to do, probably this one to be perfect, which yes it is. So times 7 is the best. Now I want to add a ball, so a H-type ball. Copy it and put it on both sides, and then drag that bar back into it. So now they're both at the same, they won't move unless they have to. Now you want to grab this little block I made earlier, and make it 2 long, and put it in the middle, because the middle's the best. Then you want to get a motor. I normally get a servo motor, just because they are a bit stronger, I guess. And get another axle and make it 3 long. That means it's gonna be 2 bits. Actually, you don't have to, because the way it's placed, usually if you have it placed differently, you have to have it 2 long, because sometimes it'll come off the bracket. But because it's touching this beam right here, it physically can't go off this way. You can only go left to right. Now you want to grab a gear. That's probably a 12 or a 16. So it's a 16 tooth. Now you want to make sure you turn it on. Make it go A or D or whatever key button you want to turn left or right. You want to make the smoothest off, because it's really bad. Turn this max RPM and max torque up. Leave these 90. You can make it bigger if you want. Sometimes it will get stuck and start hitting here, or this bracket here will hit the control arm, which is not that good. It's not that fun. So now, when you turn, it turns with it. So let me just add this real quick. so you can see a bit better. See when I turn it, turns pretty good. And if you want to make it so you don't turn like what I was just doing, you make it so it's player seat only. So I have to be on the seat for it to like work. Now, after you've done that, guess what you can do? Now you can just grab it, Control D, and copy it. So now it's copied. And now you can rotate it, and then grab another beam, and put it there, as well as here, on the corners where the axle went through. You can make it how long you want, so I'm just going to do 18. And then plop it back on the exact same position on the other one. Now, it's got that turning mechanism. Now, what you can do is you just make it E. Whoops. So if you click on it and it's already keybind set, if you click enter, it'll go none. So there's nothing telling it. So now, I messed up. What you could do is add on a keybind that you're not going to use. So now I'll lock it straight. Of course, if you use step keybinds, it will turn. But you don't have to if you don't want to. Make sure everything's rotating correctly. Yes, it is. After you've done that, now you can do the gear system for the back. So you can actually have momentum to push it. So what you could do is scroll down. And no, don't scroll down. Scroll back up and get B level. This one right here. Now it's basically in the middle. It is in the middle for however you're gonna have the motor sitting. So now you're gonna grab an axle. Just grab one from your menu right here. You want to make sure it's symmetric. And if it's red, that means there's something blocking it, or you just don't have it placed correctly. And then copy this one as well. So now it will rotate. Now, if you had something here that could rotate it, it will rotate. Now I just do this so it can. Now you can add a motor here and then set up gear ratios for it. You can do really anything for it. You can even add electric motor like I'm going to do, just so I don't have to set up make the video quick as possible. So I'm going to do a small electric engine. The back's the only flat side you can place it on. Now this gives you a position where your seat can go. So you just go look for seats, bottom left. Put go-kart seat, whatever seat you really want to. Make sure it's activated, make sure the electric engine is activated. And put it on the keybinds you want to use to go forwards and backwards. And you want to watch out on RPM and torque, because you will rock it forwards and you will. So right now it's good. To fix it from what it's doing here, a tire, and probably put it at 75. Copy that and put it over here. And do the complete opposite on this side. So now you want to make this one 1. Make it 1. Copy. Plop it in there. So now it should be better at turning. See, it's better at turning now. You can even. Oh, is it because it's inverter controls? Okay, so I had it on inverter controls. That's why it was instantly locked. It's probably like that for everything, yeah. So it's just like having brakes on. Is it because it's on 1? Okay, the reason why I was like that is because the acceleration was too fast for the steering. And this needs to be higher, probably 150 should be good. Let's stop this back on 1. And because I did have it on drifting, that will make it a bit hard, and it's a bit short. It doesn't really, it's gonna like pick up. So let's have a little test, show you how smooth it is. The front is a bit more springy, plus there's not enough weight at the front. So this, yeah, it's going pretty good. Give it a rotate, do one more test on it. So you see how it's rotated pretty good. Reason why it's like jumping around is because this is probably too high. Probably have it on 15, so compress a bit, or even 10. That's a bit high, honestly. I usually have it like that. Usually have a metal frame as well. It is a plastic frame, so it's a bit different. So now it should be a bit smoother. Got a little bit too much RPM for that, but let's try this blocky one. Make sure there's nothing sticking out. I actually need to up that a little bit. Probably up it to 8. Just give it some more. You will have to do this yourself. Like you have to work out the compression and the spring rate and the damping. Just because your frame could be different, everything could be different. So all you have to do is really work out the steering, what type of steering you want, and what spring rate and damping you have. So this works pretty good. It shouldn't bottom out. Yeah, so it just adjusts perfect, didn't bottom out. Even going backwards. So if you see, every single wheel is touching, even though it's touching the floor. Or it's not even touching the floor. It's actually, no, actually it is on the right corner there, but it's giving all it can give. So right now we're probably doing over 100 kilometers. I have no idea why when I touch stuff it does that. So I'm revving it right now. It's pretty smooth. It can even turn. I may have just lost traction. But if you make it too wide, it will bottom out like I have. Usually you can double up the suspension as well. So instead of being in the middle, you have it on the outskirts of it, and it will make it more stronger for going at them jumps. Like if you're doing a jump, it'll stop it from doing this because it'll be more stronger and have more to bounce against. Just make it more stiffer. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video. If you liked it, like and subscribe, please. Thank you for watching. Bye.